Good evening, everybody. We're going to get this council meeting started off. Thank you for coming. Thank you. We have a packed house tonight. We also have extreme cold temperatures outside, so thanks for coming out and braving the cold with us. So if we're going to get started this night, let's call in regular meeting City Fairfield Council to order. Please stand for your council member Dale Paulus to lead us in prayer and pledge of allegiance.
Lord, I pray for this council meeting tonight. Give the council members wisdom and guidance as they deliberate on the items before them. May every decision be righteous in your sight for our benefit and for your glory. Please watch over and protect our troops, firefighters, and police. God of wind and flames, extinguish the fires engulfing land, communities, and homes in California. Bring those who have lost their lives and perished homes to you and grant them perpetual peace. In your name we pray, amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Mr. Paulus. Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Councilmember Paulus.
Here.
Councilmember Pennington.
Here.
Councilmember Kraft.
Here.
Councilmember Myers.
Here.
Councilmember Davidson.
Here.
Councilmember Brill.
Here.
Councilmember Bessel. Here.
Great. Any agenda modifications for tonight? Seeing none, the agenda will stand as written. Do we have a request for executive session this evening?
Yes, we do. To consider the appointment, employment, or compensation of a public employee or official. Thank you.
I'd like to move for executive session for the reasons stated by the city manager, please.
Second.
We have a second. Any opposed?
We've got a motion in a second. I'll ask for a roll call vote on that.
Thank you, sir. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Paulus.
Yes.
Councilmember Pennington.
Yes.
Councilmember Kraft.
Yes.
Councilmember Myers.
Yes.
Councilmember Davidson.
Yes.
Councilmember Brill.
Yes.
Councilmember Bessel.
Yes.
Motion carried. We have a couple of presentations this evening for the fire department. Chief Lakekamp.
Okay, so tonight we have the privilege to swear in 9 new firefighters into the Fairfield Fire family. This will complete our complement of paid staff to meet our labor management agreement, and we will be at a total of 70 firefighters total. So at this time, I'm going to ask the new firefighters to come forward. We're going to swear them in all together and then individually pin them afterwards.
Fantastic. Welcome. So we're going to go through and do an I state your name. Everybody can state your name at the same time. Okay? So please repeat after me. I state your name. Sorry. Thank you. I want to raise your right hand. As a firefighter for the city of Fairfield, Ohio, swear to continually demonstrate professionalism, competence, respect, and loyalty in the performance of my duties. To serve my commanding officers with respect and dignity, and to serve the citizens of Fairfield, Ohio, with compassion, courage, and integrity, and to uphold the laws and constitutions of the United States of America, the state of Ohio, and the city of Fairfield, Ohio. So help me God. Congratulations.
All right. Shaylee? Shaylee, would you like to come up, please? This is firefighter EMT Colson Bryan. He has 1 year of fire service experience, most recently working for the Oxford Fire Department. He's going to be pinned by his wife, Shaylee. Apparently they're not happy about that. Next, we have firefighter EMT Marcus Carpenter. Marcus comes to us with 1.5 years of fire service experience and most recently worked for the New Lebanon Fire Department. He's going to be pinned by his stepfather, Doug West, also a firefighter with Woodlawn and worked here a long time ago as a part-time firefighter. Turn sideways, guys. That way. Yeah, there we go. Got to get the photo out. Go together and get a picture. Firefighter paramedic Austin Flannery. Austin comes to us with 7 years of fire service experience and most recently worked for the Forest Park Fire Department. That's going to be a theme tonight. Austin will be pinned by his wife, Olivia. Firefighter paramedic Jake Hendricks. Jake comes to us with 7.5 years of fire service experience and most recently worked for the City of Montgomery Fire Department. Jake will be pinned by his girlfriend, Paige. Firefighter paramedic Sarah Markey. Sarah comes to us with 4 years of fire service experience and most recently worked for Deerfield Township Fire Department. Sarah will be pinned by her children, Lily, Holden, and Nora. Wait till they all get up here. Firefighter paramedic Brooke Owens. Brooke comes to us with 7 years of fire service experience and most recently worked at the Washington Township Fire Department. Brooke will be pinned by her husband, Shane. Firefighter paramedic Aaron Roche. Aaron comes to us with 4 years of fire service experience and most recently worked for the Forest Park Fire Department. Aaron will be pinned by his girlfriend, Carly. Turn sideways. There we go. I'll take care of you, Carly. Firefighter paramedic Zach Smith. Zach comes to us with 17 years of fire service experience and most recently worked for the Monroe Fire Department. Zach will be pinned by his wife, Carrie. And last but not least, we have firefighter paramedic Christopher Spinosi. He has 2.5 years of fire service experience and most recently worked for the Forest Park Fire Department. Christopher will be pinned by his fiancee, Sarah. I can't tell you how excited we are.
Oh, she didn't do a good job.
That used to be a new badge. I can't tell you how excited we are to have brought them on board. We had them for a 1-week orientation last week, and they more than proved themselves worthy of working for the Fairfield Fire Department. We are super excited to have them and look forward to them spending the rest of their career here. Thank you.
Definitely one of the best parts of the council experience, swearing in new police officers and firefighters. So everybody, welcome. Give a chance for the families if you'd like to not take up the rest of your evening at a city council meeting. If you guys wanted to get on with your evening and celebrate, that's great. We'll pause for a moment. Y'all can, you're willing to stay, please welcome to hang out.
I said they look like they're out of high school. I see.
He's
Or
smiling.
maybe great-grandpa. Hey, Greg, I might be old enough to be their great-grandpa.
I think it's safe to proceed. This part of the council meeting is open for citizen comments. Do we have any citizen comments? Please come up to the podium, state your name and address, and you have 5 minutes per person to address council.
And I think we have a safety issue on Commercial Drive. We've got a trucking company that's on Harwood. It's non-con LTD. They have Royal Logistic Trucks and St. Gabriel Trucks. And they are parking on Commercial Drive, and they're blocking the vision of driveway of, when you pull out of our driveway, you got trucks to the right and trucks to the left, and it's very dangerous. It's a 25-mile-an-hour speed limit there, but people are flying up there 30 and 40 mile an hour. We just got an autistic school there on the corner of Commercial Drive. We have a daycare right across the street, and I just think that my request is we get parking signs on that side of the road. They're already on the opposite side of the road. I think we need them on the other side. I got some photos of the trucks that are parked here. You know, sometimes they're there for a week. There's probably 4 of them there right now that have been there since January 1st. And this, from what I understand, the trucking company lost their parking lot about 18 to 20 months ago, and they're just parking there for, you know, for free. And I think it's time that we step up and get some parking signs if possible.
Okay, that sounds good.
Do you need these photos or anything?
Actually, I'm going to refer you over to Ben Mann, our Public Works Director. He could take notes on what this is and the stipulations that are existing in that area right now, and then could best advise. Anybody on the council have anything to add to that?
Sounds reasonable.
Ben, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Sir, Ben's over there in the blue tie. He could definitely talk with you, and he could take down the information, and we could follow up with you after this meeting and hope to address that. Thank you very much. Yes, sir. Any other citizen comments this evening? Okay, great. We're going to move on to council reports. Madam Payton, would you like to start? Sure.
Yeah, I'll go ahead. I just want to welcome Diana. So good to see you there. And then as a personal note, I just want to give a shout out to Ray Kissinger, a citizen in the city of Fairfield for a long time and a very dear, blessed man to me. He hired me a lot of years ago, we won't say how long, at GE. So Ray was an engineer and a pleasure to work with and work for. So just want to say hi, Ray. That's all I have. Thank you.
That's great.
No report.
I'll give a quick report for Public Works. The city is accepting feedback from the public on our planning for the Pleasant Avenue Shared Use Path, and there is a link on the front page of the city's website. Please take a look and provide some feedback as necessary. Also, want to extend a personal thank you to the Public Works Department and all the snowplow drivers for their hard work over the last week. The amount of road clearing that took place during the large downpour of snow that we had on Sunday night to Monday, the roads were in great shape compared to other locations and other cities that I got a chance to drive through. And then later on that week, it was a second round of snow, and it just did an impeccable job. So heartfelt thank you to those drivers for being away from their families and making it more safe for all of us to come out and travel. That's all I have. Yes, ma'am.
I too would like to congratulate Diana for her new position. Welcome. And my husband was on a salt truck for many years, so I know how hard that is. So I just want to echo what you said, Adam, that it was a fantastic job. And Ben is not here to hear all of the praises, but it was awesome. Thank you.
Sir?
No report.
Okay, great. Public hearings, I don't believe we have any public hearings scheduled for this evening, so we'll proceed. Approval of minutes, any additions or deletions or corrections to the regular meeting minutes for December 9th? Seeing none, they will stand approved as written. Okay, old business. I believe Councilman Davidson, you have a reading for old business?
Thank you, Mr. President. I have an ordinance amending ordinance number 166-84, the codified ordinances of Fairfield, Ohio, section 1130.01B2 with the city of Fairfield, Ohio zoning map. That is a second reading, so let it stand.
Great, we'll move on to new business. Would you like to do your
Oh,
motion?
I'm so sorry.
That's
I was
okay.
like, why is everyone looking at me? I'd like to make a motion to read all new business by title only, please.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. So for Community and Public Relations, Councilman Myers.
Thank you, Mr. Vice Mayor. I was going to read a simple motion for council assignments that the committees were eliminated, but council has their liaisons to various committees within the city. At this time, because the mayor is not present tonight, we probably need a little bit more dialogue on this, on the various assignments. I'd like to make a motion to council that we table this particular simple motion for a future date until we can get a little bit more definition from the mayor who's put this forth.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried.
That's all I have.
Okay, thank you, sir. Public Works, City Manager Timmer.
We have one resolution and two ordinances tonight for Public Works. The resolution is to declare the necessity of repairing sidewalks in the city. This is an ongoing program that was implemented in 1994 to inspect sidewalks and approach aprons citywide. The first ordinance is to authorize the city manager to enter into a contract with Fishbeck for engineering the Marsh Park Interior Trail. This interior trail project would allow the path to circumnavigate the lake and connect the trail through Marsh Park around the north side. The proposal includes engineering for a connection to River Road at the south if construction funding is available. Construction is being funded through a 50% match state capital grant administered by ODNR. The second ordinance is an ordinance of support for the Ohio Municipal League's challenge of AT&T's tariff application with the Public Utilities Commission of Ohio. Recently, AT&T filed a new tariff request to shift the cost for right-of-way moving of utility lines to municipalities. OML has engaged Taft Law Firm to challenge this proposed tariff. OML is requesting that municipalities adopt an ordinance to formalize their support. Agreeing to participate does not commit the city financially at this time, although if the matter is not resolved at the PUCO level, a request may be made for financial assistance. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Timmer. Councilman Davidson will be taking over for Public Works this evening.
Thank you, Mr. President. Before I read these, now that Ben Mann's back in the room, I just want to say, I personally want to thank you for everything that the crews did this past 2 weeks on the snow removal. Nobody else on council has acknowledged that or said anything.
It is not.
I just want to make sure that's clear.
I appreciate that, Councilmember Davidson.
Absolutely.
While I'm here, the guys, they did a phenomenal job. They worked hard. I mean, they go out when it starts and they stay out for as long as it takes. And they really worked hard this week and did a good job. And we appreciate you noticing.
Absolutely, it was awesome. Have a resolution declaring the necessity of repairing sidewalks, including aprons. This is a first reading, gonna let it stand as a first reading. Next, I have an ordinance to authorize the city manager to enter into a contract with Fishbeck for engineering for the Marsh Park Interior Trail. I'm gonna make a motion to suspend the second and third readings.
We have a motion to suspend second and third readings. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried.
Move to adopt.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for adoption. Comments from council? Comments from audience? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried.
Next, we have an ordinance to authorize the city of Fairfield supporting the Ohio Municipal League's challenge of AT&T's tariff application at the Public Utilities Commission of Ohio and declaring it an emergency.
Second.
Make a motion to suspend the second and third readings.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to suspend all second and third readings. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried.
And move to adopt.
We have a motion and a second for adoption. Comments from council? Comments from audience? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried.
That's all I have, thank you.
Thank you, sir. All right, Finance and Budget, Mr. Timmer.
We have three ordinances tonight for finance and budget. The first ordinance is to establish salaries and hourly rates for certain employees of the city. Specifically, this ordinance addresses contractual increases for the IFF employees and an adjustment to the Ohio minimum wage. The second and third ordinances are for appropriations. The contractual appropriations total $1,175,215 and are to restore contingency funding on major projects that did not carry over from the prior year. The projects included are in the Public Works and Public Utilities departments. The non-contractual appropriations total $295,094 and include 8 projects from the Public Utilities, Public Works, and Fire departments. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Timmer. I have to apologize, Councilmember Brill. I misspoke before, and I think I said Ms. Pennington, so I apologize. My apologies on that one. Newbie mistake. Ma'am.
Thank you, Vice Mayor Kraft. So for finance ordinance, I have an ordinance to establish salaries and budgets and hourly rates for certain salaried and hourly employees of the city of Fairfield, Ohio, and to authorize and limit the numbers and types of certain employees, to repeal ordinance number 135-24 and all amendments thereto and declaring an emergency. I'd like to make a motion to suspend second and third readings.
We have a motion and a second to suspend second and third readings. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Motion to adopt.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for adoption. Comments from council? Comments from the audience? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
And the second ordinance is to amend ordinance number 158-24 entitled, "An Ordinance to Make Estimated Appropriations for the Expenses and Other Expenditures of the City of Fairfield, Ohio during a period beginning January 1, 2025 and ending December 31st, 2025. These are contractual appropriations totaling $1,175,215. I'd like to make a motion to suspend second and third readings.
We have a motion and a second to suspend second and third readings. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Motion to adopt.
We have a motion and a second for adoption. Comments from council? Comments from the audience? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
And the final ordinance is to amend ordinance number 158-24 entitled, "An Ordinance to Make Estimated Appropriations for the Expenses and Other Expenditures of the City of Fairfield, Ohio during a period beginning January 1, 2025 and ending December 31st, 2025. These are the 8 projects that are non-contractual appropriations totaling $295,094. I'd like to make a motion to suspend second and third readings.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to suspend second and third readings. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Motion to adopt.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for adoption. Comments from council? Comments from the audience? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
That's all I have. Thank you, Vice Mayor Kraft.
Thank you, ma'am. Madam Clerk, will you please read the meeting schedule?
Monday, January 27th, council manager briefing 6 PM, regular meeting 7 PM. Monday, February 10th, council manager briefing 6 PM, regular meeting 7 PM. Monday, February 24th, council manager briefing 6 PM, regular meeting 7 PM.
Thank you, ma'am. The council will now recess into executive session. Thank you all for coming.